So for the first part of the recipe, we want 2 cups of plain flour. And we'll pop them straight into a bowl. Then we want half a teaspoon of salt. And we'll just give that a little bit of a mix. Then we need 60 millilitres of oil, or you could use melted butter. And again, we're just going to mix this together. Then we're going to rub that between finger and thumb so it resembles breadcrumbs. Then we need 60 millilitres of water, but add that a little bit at a time. And we're going to keep working this while adding water until we form a dough. If while you're making this your mixture seems a little dry, just add a little extra oil and a little extra water until you get it how you want it. And then we're going to knead it for about 5 or 6 minutes. Now we just need to let that rest for 30 minutes and just drop a damp cloth over the top of it, stop it drying out. Now we can prepare that filling, and we're going to start off by peeling and boiling a couple of potatoes. Now those potatoes have been boiled, we're just going to roughly mash them. Don't add any butter to this. Now that dough's been resting for 30 minutes, we need to divide it into 6 equal pieces. So I'll just weigh it and then we'll divide it accordingly. And then we'll just roll them into balls. So now we'll get this filling cooked. So just want a couple of tablespoons of oil in this pan. And to that we're going to add 1 finely chopped onion. And then a teaspoon of cumin and a teaspoon of garlic, or you could use freshly chopped garlic. A teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of turmeric and a teaspoon of chili powder. And we'll get this cooked through. Now I'll add in those peas and those potatoes. We want to cook this for about 4 to 5 minutes. I'm just going to add a little salt to this, not too much. I'm going to add 60 millilitres of water to that. Once you've had this cooking for about 5 minutes, turn it off and let it completely cool down. And then we'll move on to this stage. We need to roll these out. If they start to stick, just add a bit of flour. And we're getting these nice and thin. And I'm just going to use a bowl to create a perfect circle. Then we're going to half them. Then I'm just going to take a little water and rub it around edges. And then we can join them, basically forming a cone. It'll be a little fiddly when you do it, but you'll get used to it. So you'll be left with that. So you can basically make these as big or as small as you want. And then when you fill it, you want that edge facing towards you. Now this filling's cooled off, we can get some in. And we'll make sure we get that pressed into the bottom as well. So now we just need to get these cooked. So we'll get this oil up to temperature. I usually use a cocktail stick. Pop it in that oil. If you can see it starting to bubble around edges, that's hot enough. So we'll start with these small ones. Let's take these out. Nice and crispy. And that's your samosas all done.